for sure. During that kind of time where you and Suge were going back and forth, whether it be, you know, publicly or not, would you ever have thought that like Death Row would be yours one day? Like, it's kind of crazy if you really think about it. Like, cause you had your label, Dogg House, which had like Doggy's Angels and the East Side is, and but fast forward and I feel like you've taken that Death Row brand and like, it's everywhere, dude. Like, I feel like you've slapped that motherfucker on. Like, you got that licensing shit going crazy.
But that's what you're supposed to do. Like,
hell yeah.
My thing was getting it, cleaning it up. I had to clean up the bullshit first because there was so much negative energy around it. People was afraid of what Suge was gonna think and how, you know, the industry would react to doing business with Death Row, considering knowing that this nigga would be in the back trying to hate us, saying things negative. But I was like, I'm just gonna clean up all of this shit, give it a whole new approach, walk it out in a different light, and move with love as the purpose of Death Row Records and connect the dots that they didn't do. Like, they didn't do none of the things that I'm doing with the label, and they had it way longer than me. I ain't had the label for 2 years, and I've done more things that's been done with this label in 30 years.
I mean, the October London Kid is incredible.
Thank you.
And then, obviously, the new Dogg Pound album is crazy. The East Siders are back. D-Smoke.
D-Smoke. I want D-Smoke on Death Row Records. I'll say it publicly. We always talk about it. We need to figure it out.
I know it had been talked about. I know it was in the air.
I'm not ashamed to say I want D-Smoke. I'm from Inglewood. I live over here now. I'm in the Inglewood area, and he's such a factor to the hip-hop game, to the community, to just, like, even how I met him on that show. Like,
yeah, that's true. And when you ask him, where you from?
Right.
Nah, but where you from?
And I'm checking him, trying to see if he a gang member or is he a rapper.
Right.
And come to find out, he becomes my brother.
Yeah, and one of the best guys. Shout out to him and Sir.
Death Row wants you. And Inglewood, Sir, Davion, I take the whole family. Quit playing with me.
In 2011, I want to say, there's a historical moment. Yourself, Corrupt, The Game, I'm missing somebody else, essentially pass the torch to Kendrick Lamar on stage.
Yes.
Kendrick gets emotional. I think that was like a real turning point.
Well, at that time, The Game, he was the one that was
carrying the torch.
He was fucking carrying the torch. Game was fucking it up. He was getting it in. He was busting. He was battling niggas. He was keeping it gangster. He was taking niggas on tour.
Selling hella records.
But he was doing G shit, and we shouldn't forget that. A lot of times we run past him to get to that.
No, Game had a grand, he was holding the West Coast down.
That's why he was on stage when Kendrick was presented that, because it was all a part of us seeing that he was the next in line.
Yeah.
That's how we do it on the West. We give it to who's accordingly running the show.
Yeah.
So Game naturally on stage with me, we felt like he the one. And it wasn't no discussion that we had 3 weeks ago. That shit happened right there on the spot.
Happened on the spot.
This nigga was fucking it up. We in the crowd watching this nigga fuck it up. I'm sitting with Dr. Dre in the crowd, watching this nigga fuck it up. And I'm like, I gotta go on stage with this nigga Dre. I'm sorry, I can't be in the crowd. So I go on stage and he do another song, then another song, and they look over at me and they hand me the mic. I'm like, man, fuck all this shit, nigga. This nigga's the king. And everybody agreed. And that nigga broke down in tears, and it was beautiful because I watch him now and I see all the work he put in before he took the crown and after he got the crown. He is a true king.